What's up, market snipers? This is Jesse. It's about 8:05 p.m. my time, kind of getting a late start here on this video update. But we're going to cover Bitcoin for about 7 to 10 minutes. So we're looking at we'll jump right in, and we're looking at the Bitcoin weekly chart. So a quick recap, watching, on the weekly chart, price continue to go lower and lower in 2022, followed by some bullish divergence, followed by a breakout to the upside with a little over a 100% bounce, followed by multiple signs of why we could have a longer or a deeper correction. And of course, then fast forward to 3 weeks ago, we had that big move down about 12%, and then not much last week, a big wick up followed by a close back down. So it's still bearish, right? And now we're on the fourth week. And the fourth week, we're still hovering right around that $26,000 Bitcoin. And it just seems like it's kind of letting all the, the trending dots catch up, the moving averages catch up, everything that all the algorithms watch kind of, that was such a big, quick, fast move down. Now you're just kind of watching it all kind of catch up. So really, we're still at two thoughts, right? The first thought, which you can go back to the previous videos, is how Bitcoin looks kind of similar to the silver and gold chart. So would, Bitcoin build out that more shallow, I don't expect it to come all the way back up here, but build out a more shallow right shoulder, possibly up to like 29,000, and then roll back down to hit those lower targets, right? So that's still a possibility, but the other possibility is the chart that I posted on Twitter today, so you can take a look at it. But I mentioned that I'd go over and cover that chart on this video. So let's do it. So what I have on the chart here is, I was just showing the last breakout that we played with the bullish divergence, and I was showing that was the low, right? At least for now. Doesn't mean that price can't go lower. It just, in my personal opinion, which doesn't mean anything because this isn't financial advice, but my personal opinion is that would be a lower probability that price takes out that low. And if it does, I think there's bigger issues going on. Maybe the total markets are collapsing or melting down. And like I said, it's a possibility, but I don't believe it to be a high probability as of right now. So a higher probability, in my opinion, is that, that's why I kind of put this here on the chart, wherever the price bottoms out at, I'm expecting a higher low to be put in, right? So that's truly what I believe what will happen, whether it's down here, up here. I mean, it could be as low as, $16,000-$17,000. But if I had to, place a wager with my own money, which I do as a swing trader, I would bet that, we're going to be putting in a higher low somewhere up in, the 20,000 and above range. So I kind of put it down here, $20,000 and above, put it, and we'll see that higher low be put in. Now this is based off of closes, right? So it doesn't mean it can't wick down further. You have a huge wick here, but I'm more specifically talking about the actual closes of Bitcoin. So talked about, how it could come all the way up here, build out that right shoulder, and then come down and hit this last target. There's actually two targets, but I got a little bit lazy on the chart and I just combined it into one big target. But there is actually two different targets here, two major targets for me. So I think it's around like that 23 to 24,000, and then down here like $22,000 to like 21,000, right? So I just put one bigger target there. So if it doesn't come all the way back up here and build out that right shoulder, I was just drawing, kind of an inside joke with the Discord is the squiggly lines. Some of them, the Discord members, they get a kick out of it and they think it's my best TA work. But you can kind of see where, over the next couple weeks, maybe price kind of floats back up into this trend line instead of building out a bigger shoulder, kind of letting the trending dots catch up, right, on that trend line. And that, as you can see, if you look down the cursor, that could take like 3 weeks to play out alone, and then start to see price come back down to this area, and then maybe hit this next target, and then I did a loop, and then, come back down to even possibly this target. And of course, it could spike up, come back down, spike, like it typically doesn't, price doesn't go in a straight line downward, and price doesn't go in a straight line upward. So even if there's like a straight lined huge move, usually there's some sideways consolidation and or retracement, right? Even if there's a big move down, usually there's some sideways consolidation or some retracement. And now there was a wick retrace all the way up to like 28,000 last week, but it closed lower, right? So still closed lower, still bearish on the weekly chart, and everything is still trending downward. So I also put on the projected halving. It's I believe it's the 3rd week of April. Could be the 2nd week, but I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd week of April when I looked it up a couple weeks back. And so there are some indicators out there that other people have posted on Twitter. I don't use them personally, but their indicators are saying that, potential halving could be somewhere between 25,000, 35,000, depending on the indicator and the person posting it. It seems realistic to me, so that's why I'm bringing it up, that 25 to 35. I know it's kind of a big range, but it's somewhere in between, and it's all speculation, right? Obviously, it's not financial advice, and Bitcoin could go to zero, right? So, not really, but so that's what I'm seeing. Either kind of build out that right shoulder, comes down and hit this target, or does the loop-de-loops all the way down with the squiggly lines. Either way, both ideas get me to price coming down and at least hitting target 3, if not target 4. And so target 3 would be in the upper side of this target, and target 4 would be on the lower side. So somewhere target 3 or target 4, I'd be surprised if price doesn't retest target 3, and maybe somewhere in between both targets, maybe doesn't hit it. So that's why I just kind of made this larger target box, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is price coming down here and then waiting for a higher probability reversal. And then at that point, I feel comfortable saying that the bull run is back on. So, still going through this bottoming phase, right? Then a rally. Now we're going to find out if it's going to be if price is going to be putting in a higher low, then watching for a breakout. So you can see, if whether it's back here, beginning of 2024, or it's in March, closer to the halving, somewhere I'm expecting a breakout after price puts in a higher low. So we'll see if that works out or not. We'll play to the upside and the downside, so not too concerned about it. Obviously, we would love to see another bull run, so we'll keep the fingers crossed and hopefully we get that bull run. And if it's anything like the previous bull runs, we should get like a strong, hopefully, fingers crossed, a 12-month bull run, and then all the snipers will be doing great. So, all right, well, that's about it. I'm going to get this uploaded. I'm going to send it out to the newsletter. I'll upload it to the Discord, and of course, they will be on YouTube. So thanks again for all your support. I appreciate it. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the newsletter, everything, helping me out. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.